a superfood for your gut. It travels to your digestive system, to your colon, and feeds your gut there because it has sprouted. In this video, I will be showing you 2 recipes, one vegan/vegetarian and one with meat, both gut healing and incredibly delicious, so stay tuned. Hi, my name is Monta. I'm studying to be a nutritionist. I'm a mom of 2 beautiful girls. One is 3 weeks old and one is 2.5 years old. And I'm a wife of a very hardcore foodie. So believe me when I say I know how to make healthy foods, nutritious foods that people like. So, lentils. What makes them so special actually isn't the protein content, even though it has like 18 grams per cup. What makes them so special, and one of my favorite foods, is how they support your gut. Like, it's a superfood for your gut. It's very rich in soluble fiber and insoluble fiber. Soluble fiber basically makes like a gel-like structure and travels to your digestive system, to your colon, and feeds your gut there, feeds your bacteria there. The little guys, they ferment it and eat it. The insoluble fiber basically, well, essentially helps you poop as the bulk. Fun fact, fiber actually isn't food for us. Yep. Why is it so important? Because we need to feed the little good guys in our colon. Yep. Why? Because, well, the largest part of our immunity is in the gut. We should be taking care of those good guys. Like, we have more bacteria than cells in our body, so stick with me with the lentils. I'm sure that at some point of life you have been bloated from beans or other kinds of legumes, and while it can be true because legumes contain compounds that actually block the protein or vitamin absorption that they contain, there are 2 most common reasons why the bloating happens and why you can't digest them. First, you didn't prepare them correctly. Don't worry, I will show you how today. And second, you haven't incorporated enough of these specific foods in your diet, and you don't have enough kind of bacteria that like those kind of food. Okay, so most people would get dried lentils straight from the packet and boil them like this. But by doing that, you're risking getting bloated and actually not even getting the full potential that lentils can offer. First, we start by soaking them. You put them in a tray, you rinse them, you clean them, and then you cover them with water in room temperature or cold water, and then you just let them sit for about 8 to 12 hours. When they have been soaking for 8 to 12 hours, then you just drain the water very well, leave them a little bit moist, and set them aside away from the sun for another 24 to 48 hours. So this is when your lentil is the most alive, because it has sprouted its offspring. And even though the soaking and sprouting helps a lot, you still have to boil them to make them easiest to digest and safe to eat. Like one of my favorite recipes, you can use canned lentils. That's the fastest way. You just grab them at the store. The second way is to buy them like this, but don't just boil them. You have to prepare them beforehand. And but the good news is that you can prepare them and you can freeze them, like I have here. You will need a kilogram of beef or meat of your choice, and then you will add, these are soaked, sprouted and boiled lentils. I have frozen them, so you add them to the mixture, and then you will add one medium onion, like 5 cloves of garlic, and a bunch of herbs. So now I'm adding a lot of parsley, like this whole pack. A lot of parsley to a food processor. You can just finely chop them too. Then I'm adding a handful, like maybe like 5-6 cloves of garlic. You need a lot of garlic here. And then I will be chopping up this onion and adding it to the food processor too. When it's either chopped or processed, like basically like a puree, you add it to the meat and lentil mixture. We are adding 1 egg. and a tiny bit of water, so it would be more juicy. And now the important part, spices. The important spice is cumin. We will be adding a teaspoon, like a big teaspoon of cumin. We're getting some good quality mineral sea salts. I really like Baja Gold. We're getting 2 teaspoons of salt per kilogram of meat, like maybe a third of a teaspoon of cinnamon. We should be adding a lot of paprika, but it seems that I'm almost out, so I'll be adding like maybe a teaspoon. And then I will be adding some more garlic powder just to double down on the garlic. And a bit of black pepper. That is all in the bowl. You just take your hands and mix it. Next step, you will be needing an oven tray. Form little kebabs. Do this, and then we put it in 180 degrees in the oven for 20 minutes. Throw in some whole tomatoes to roast next to them. Now the best part, the tzatziki. So basically for this lentil kofta, we will be using a cucumber, some garlic, dill and onions, and some Greek yogurt. So I chopped up the herbs, garlic and cucumber, and I'll be adding that to the Greek yogurt. I have like a half left. So the meat has been cooked. It smells amazing. Get a tortilla. I already have one toasted. And let's serve it. So you just get one of the pre-cut shapes, you put it in your tortilla. I will be serving this with some fresh onion, and we put the roasted tomatoes in there. And a good amount of tzatziki. Like this. And it's served. This is definitely one of my favorite meals because it's so easy and it freezes well. You can just reheat it. Okay, so what you need for this recipe is walnuts, lentils, either they're boiled, sprouted, or in cans, however you may wish to unlock the benefits of gut healing. And then you will need some onions, garlic, some tomatoes, canned, they can be fresh too, I like canned tomatoes better, and some spices and tortillas. So for topping you will need either Greek yogurt or sour cream, some avocado and some fresh tomatoes. But for now we will start off by chopping like 2 handfuls of walnuts. And then we will roast the walnuts. I forgot to mention that you will need some spinach or greens of your choice. When the walnuts get toasty, mine burnt a little, you can add the onions. I will actually be adding some salt so they cook down faster. So now my onions have been cooked down. I added a handful of spinach, the lentils and the tomatoes. So now we will mix and really let them simmer and cook down. Now I'll be adding my own taco spice mix. There's actually this one taco spice mix that my husband loves, but I can find it at the store. I'm adding 1.5 teaspoon of cumin, a bit of chili for spice, paprika, and pepper and salt. So when the mixture has cooked down, we can serve it. I'm serving with fresh avocado, some fresh onion, tomatoes, and tzatziki. You can actually serve it with just Greek yogurt. That works pretty well too. And here you go. You can actually eat the mixture with rice or any other, like basically it's fake ground meat. So It's ready. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, because I really enjoyed making this, and I will for sure be enjoying eating it. And if you're interested in any more health and nutritious content, please subscribe. See you.